All right, been a while since I posted. My last video got all of 4 views. I think 3 of them were mine, so that was a bit of a failure. That was on installing the sway bar on my Camaro, but that was a bit of a fiasco anyhow. In this exciting video, I'm going to be installing a fuel pressure regulator on the Pontiac. This is what's going in. Okay, so this is what's going in. It goes like inlet. So gonna go this way here. I'm just gonna cut the hose here. I'm just gonna slide that in. Be quick and easy. These carburetors typically want to run around 5 psi. I have no idea. This is stock fuel pump. I have no idea what it's putting out, but we'll find out, I guess, soon enough here. It shouldn't take too long. So let's get to work. All right, so first on the list here is I got to cut this insulation off, make room to get the regulator in there. Now I should say this is February. This is November 11th, which is Remembrance Day in Canada. I don't know what it is in the States, but here it is. Now it's a day off for everybody. Where I live, some provinces just have a 2-minute silence, period of silence. Here we get a full day off. I'm retired, so it doesn't matter. So essentially what I'm going to do here is cut about here and then just slide that on. I got some hose clamps here that I bought at Rona, which is equivalent to Home Depot or whatever. $10 for a bag of 10 of them, so $1 each. So that's not a bad deal. I just want to make sure I'm not going to miss anything here. Okay, so cut. And so this is how it's going to fit, like I showed. So this is inlet. So I'm just going to kind of put it here. I'll probably strap it to one of these hoses maybe. I don't know. I don't have a bracket for this. This is a mounting bracket here. I don't have a bracket, nor do I have anywhere really to put it, but I think just the hose itself will hold it up fine, and I should be able to just strap this to a hose here and keep it where it needs to be. It's got barbed fittings, but I'm still going to clamp them. So now this engine's been sitting, car's been sitting, so I don't expect to see any fuel in here. So I was gonna start it up to warm it up a bit, but it's if I did that, I mean, it's what, +5 here or something like that, but Celsius. But if I did that, then the lines would be all full of fuel and it'd just make a mess. So let's get a couple of clamps. These are 3/8 to 7/8. A little bit maybe big, but they'll do the trick. And we'll put one here. And we'll take this. Make sure we get this right again. And let's. Okay, so that's not going to go anywhere. And we'll force it in here. Now I should say that I want to make this a little easier. Putting glass cleaner, spray on foamy glass cleaner, like 3N style, or 3, what do you call it there? GM style, whatever, but not the spray, not the blue stuff, but the stuff that goes white and foamy. Okay, so that should do there. That's it. Now it's just a matter of clamping these down and seeing where we set. I'll have to get this thing lit up. Probably take a few cranks when we do that. So if you have tuning issues, or your car's running rich, and you can't figure out why, this is the first place to look, is your fuel pressure. Because if you got too much, it's just going to get past the needle and seat and push it through. Now, these clamps are kind of secondary safety because these are on here pretty tight as it is. I don't think they're going to go anywhere. I was going to put this car away, which at this point all I got to do is put a battery tender on it, but it's still nice out. If I can drive it, I will. Okay, so I am going to just turn this out a bit. Let's light her up. Let's see where we're at. Make sure we don't have any leaks. And hopefully it doesn't start up too fat here. So let's give it a shot. I got my studded winter tires for this car if I need them, which I don't intend on putting on. But let's give it a crank here. Get some fuel on the carbs. There we go, almost.
Give us a call. Our number is 1-866.
Great. Now she's going to run. This is running just a little bit below 6. I'm going to turn it down. This is good. Nothing wrong with where it's at, but 2 carburetors. Not sure which way to go with this. That's kind of where we need it. You see, it's not doing much, but all right, got everything up to temperature here. I just went for like a half an hour, 40-minute drive, which is boring, so I didn't film it, but let's just see what the pressure is with a hot engine, because that can sometimes change. Where we want it. So mission accomplished. Just shut it off here. I'm going to check on my other cars now, because this thing idles at about 1100 1200 RPM. I always shut it off in gear. But let's check out my other cars here. They're basically done for winter now. Ooh, dark. There we go. There's the Beaumont. Tranny's out of that. It's pretty much engines there. I was checking the antifreeze. Let's get to minus 35. I don't have that with me, but what I use for antifreeze checking now is a refractometer, which is accurate. I bought these bubble testers that I just don't have confidence in, because it showed this at minus 23. This one here at minus 23, and it's actually minus 35. So refractometer is more accurate. Camaro, she's down. That is still a chance of getting this one out. Yeah, there's my new sway bar. If you can see the links there. Probably too dark. The now what you'll see here is bounce. When I do my cars for the winter, I put bounce in the interior and in the trunk, and that tends to, at least with my experience and what I've read and heard, keeps the mice out of the cars. So I got bounce in all these things. And don't do it sparingly. Dump it in, and if nothing else, you come back to a car that smells clean and fresh in the spring. Here's my transmission from the Beaumont. This is TKO 600. This is face plated. TR 3340 is the actual real model number. Now, this thing was leaking. I built this tranny stand for it, front mount, rear mount, because I wanted to see where it was dripping if I could. I filled it up with oil, put the old oil back in it, and it is as dry as a bone. So nothing anywhere, which makes me wonder whether I got which I'm probably gonna have to pull that clutch off the car, because it makes me wonder I got a rear main seal leaking. But I don't have to add oil to the engine, and I do have to add oil to this. So, I mean, it could be coming out of here. Oil level is about here. So, could be coming out of here. I don't think it's coming out of these covers, because I did reseal these at one point going after a leak. It's not coming out of here. That's basically a speedometer block off, so I don't have a cable. So, and the front cover, now this cover here was seeping, so it could be coming out of here and working its way back, but it's just with being cold, the oil's thick and it's not moving. So I don't know. That would probably be, I don't want to take that apart myself. I don't have any confidence on transmissions, at least these ones. So we'll leave it at that. That's going to go in. I got to bring this into the shop here one of these days. Not ready to move it just yet. So that's it. These are down for the winter, pretty much. yeah, long winter. But I still get to drive the Pontiac, so which is fun. So, all right, burnout time. I left some rubber there. These tires are so hard that they tend not to leave a trace. All right, we're just coming up to where I did that little burnout, because what's the point of doing one if you can't see what you did? So I just want to see what kind of rubber I put down. Somewhere. There we are. Where you can see that. So I got some axle tramp there. It's part of the reason doing a burnout, to see what your tires are doing. We'll do this again. That was better. You can see in the mirror there, but that was fun. Now we're gonna head out on a boring highway run. So we'll catch up when it gets exciting. Okay, we're gonna do a 0 to 60 here. As soon as the traffic gets by us. Get my meter out here. Cars here coming, and then we'll let her rip. Okay. That was 7 seconds. But I spun. So we'll save that. We'll do a turn around here up ahead and try it again. Okay, we'll try this one more time. Get out of the way, got a car coming. Got a little bit of room there. Okay, ready, set, go. Okay, so that was 5 seconds. I'm going to take that as a win. So that's it. That's not too bad for a 4,000-pound car. I was getting 6. Now this time here I got 7 or 5. Last one 6, 7, and then this last one was 5. So mission accomplished. So that'll be it for a while here. We'll look up, well, whenever something else comes up. Subscribe. Please subscribe. Hit the like button and share, and thanks for watching.